All right, this is going to be a super cool op art. We are going to actually make like a spider web op art today. So op art began in the 1960s and used precise geometrical patterns painted in vivid colors or black and white to create optical illusions of movement and fool the viewer's sense of perspective. Cool, right? For example, creating the illusion of a sphere bulging from a flat canvas. Super cool. So the elements of art, line, shape, and color were chosen carefully for maximum effect. So today, you guys are going to draw along with me, and we are going to be making a web illusion, okay? Now, if you have a piece of paper that needs to be cut down into a square. This is how you're going to do it. You are going to take your paper from the bottom edge and you are going to fold it up from the bottom edge, up, and this corner, the bottom left corner, stays where it is. The right corner is up and over, and you are lining it up to that edge, and with your pencil you can create that line and then cut, and you have your square paper. Okay, I have a square paper all ready to go. Now we're going to keep on using that fold technique to give us even sections. So I am folding over my paper from the right to the left, fold down that edge, open it up, and take the top of your paper and fold it down, match your corners, hold it tight, and press your fold. Now we're using nice thick paper, so you need to press nice and hard to get that fold. Okay? Next, we are using our ruler and our pencil. So you are going to, I would just use this little fun trick. Just lift up your paper and get your ruler nice and even in that fold, and you know it's going to be straight. So you guys always, do you see how my fingers are spread out on this ruler really, really far? I'm not holding it at one end. I'm not just holding it with one finger. You've got to spread out your fingers and press down so it does not shift or move on you. So you know what? I'm going to use a Sharpie. You guys are using a pencil. I'm going to do a Sharpie so you can see it really well. Okay? Next, if you need to move your paper, move your paper. You don't need to struggle with your hands all crazy and awkward. So again, put your ruler in that fold. Lift your paper to wiggle it perfectly in there. Spread your fingers out. Hold your ruler down, and right along that edge, make your line. So far we've got our vertical line and our horizontal line that is giving us a perfectly square sections around our paper. Our next step is to line up our corner to corner. Now when I do this, my ruler is on one corner and I'm going to hold it tight, and then if I need to, I can wiggle it to this other corner. Now, when I press down, stretch my fingers out, press down, I'm going to check and make sure that my line will run through that center point. Looks good? Run your line through, and yep, it went straight through that center. All good. Now I'm going to rotate my paper so it's easier for my hands to hold and get it where I need to go. Line it up on one corner, hold it tight, line it up on the other corner. Now check your center point. Will it run through the center? Okay, now we're ready. Stretch those fingers out, hold your ruler down, down, down tight, and diagonal line. Okay. Next step will be our arcs that are going to go all around our sections. So we are actually going to be creating a radial symmetry. So this is symmetry in the round, okay? I need wherever you are to stop, and freeze and watch. My lines are going to be like a rainbow arc. I'm going to go from one side of my section, curve, curve, curve up, and then come back down. This is really important that you guys are making that curve line. It's got to be really curved. Do you see how I'm turning my paper the whole time? And I'm working in one, we could maybe call it a row possibly, of the radial symmetry. I'm not going all down one section at once. I'm working my way around my lines, okay? Now I have one radial symmetry line design done. Now you guys, this is really important because I've seen a bunch of students having to redo their design or adjust it because they were making their lines too close together and without a curve. So maybe we should put our finger here and make this next curve, okay? What we don't want to do is get too close together and start making straight lines because we're getting lazy. Don't get lazy on me. No, 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 no. Okay, now I'm going to show you, whoopsie, what I mean by too close together and not curving. So look at this. This is too close together and not curving. It does not have an optical illusion to it. We've lost the illusion because our lines are not curved. So I started down here towards the bottom to show you it's got to curve. It's got to have a really good curve, up, 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 and over, and a nice space between. So that's sort of, my fingers are bigger than yours, but it's almost, this section of my finger. So make sure that you have your lines curving, and we don't need too many. Don't do too many. If you do too many, then when you start to go over it with your Sharpie, maybe you can just skip a few pencil curves and then just do your Sharpie on a few skips so that you got these wider spaces, okay? So you are going all the way around right now, and you are working with a pencil, so you are eventually going to put that pencil away and go back over with your Sharpie. And if it's not what we need it to be, if it's not looking optical illusion, then I can help you get it to your to optical illusion, and then you can go over it with your Sharpie marker. Now, if you're working at home, I just need you to look at it and maybe ask an adult, does this look like the example on the video? And they can help you maybe get them a little bit farther apart, or make sure that you're curving that line to a nice rainbow curve, okay? And if you're working at home, you can always pause that video and work at your own pace. And we're going to do that too in the classroom. All right, so our next step is going to be coloring with our crayon. If you're at home, you can certainly use colored pencils or crayons, but we do not want to use marker. No marker. It does not allow the value change that we need for our optical illusion to be even stronger, okay? So what I'm going to do here, let's see, I think I'll use purple here, is we are going to get a super dark, the darkest your crayon can go on the edge. And then we're going to shift our pressure, lighten up just a little bit, and get it medium pressure. Then we're going to work on a super light spot. So I'm going to give the illusion that there's going to be a line that goes right down the center of this section that's looking like it's curved. It's going to help it look curved too, so you can see what's happening in these guys that I've already done. Okay? So let me show you also what we don't want to do. So I've seen this too. We colored the whole thing super dark. We don't want to do that. And we do not want to color just our edges super dark and then just give one value in the middle. That does not help our optical illusion at all. Okay? So what we are looking for is dark, hard pressure edges, medium pressure, and then this lightest value to give that illusion of the highlight or reflection. Okay? Take some practice, you guys. I'm not gonna tell you it doesn't take practice. It is going to take practice. So right when you are starting it, it might seem a little bit challenging. You might not be getting there right at first, but just keep at it. And the biggest thing we want to do is get rid of a harsh difference. So we don't want a really strong difference in the dark and the light. We want to get rid of that harsh difference and blend it in. So that's why my dark is sort of subtly getting into the medium, and then this very lightest spot. I'm not leaving it white. You can see right here, I'm not leaving it white. I'm coloring with the very lightest pressure I can with this color to give it the very lightest value. Now when I do that, I still need to blend in the medium to the light. So I'm just going to keep going a little bit more, and you've got that illusion going on. Try and keep that line in the same place. You don't want to shift way over here and be light and way over here and be light. You want it to be in the same imaginary line all the way in that section. okay? You can make your colors whatever you want. It's October when I'm making this, so it's fun to make it Halloween-y colors, but you guys can do rainbow around. You can make a pattern of colors, of your favorite colors, whatever colors you want to use. Absolutely, positively, you guys can choose that. So the lightest, though, yellows might not look the best because you might not be able to see that value change, but you can just play around and see what you like. And we're going to go all the way around and color in each section, showing those value shifts, okay? And for our radial design, op art. It's a lot of words in that title. Radial design op art.